organ in the world. Did you know
The
that?
drawing for the quilt will be that Sunday, September 26th, at our building.
Okay, not in the amphitheater.
No.
Good morning, caller. We have a couple more callers.
Okay.
We're running low on time here, but we still have time for a good call or two. What's up, caller? Mort just lost him.
Oh.
Mort gets confused on the phones. He's only been doing this for 15 years.
While we're waiting, let me show you this.
What do we got?
This is our cookbook that's compiled of recipes that were
Recipes?
handed in by quilters.
What's cooking got to do with quilting?
Oh, all good quilters are good cooks.
Okay, I didn't realize that.
And this will
I'm a pretty good cook, but I can't quilt. So the opposite is not necessarily the thing.
this will also be for sale at our
How much?
quilt show.
Bucks. They always want to know dollars.
$10.
$10.
And I'd like you to have this one.
Oh, a $10 gift. Oh, I can't say no to that.
Okay,
Well, you know,
thank
I
you.
do cook, and I
Yes,
love
you do.
cooking. And I'm sort of a gourmet cook, I might add. So's my son, who's a gourmet personal chef over at Chautauqua. Good morning, caller. We're back.
Good morning, folks. How are you today?
Wonderful, and we're quite excited to get you back. Thank you.
All right. Hey, just a quick question. If I have a quilt that needs some repair to it, where can I get that done?
You take it to the quilt shop. The quilt
Probably
hospital.
not.
There's no quilt
Quilt
hospital.
hospital.
No.
Any one of our guild members would put you in touch with someone who does that kind of work. If you want to,
Well,
how can they contact one of us? Got any good ideas?
Give them a phone number. We all have to give a phone number anyway. If somebody wants to get in touch with the Westfield Quilters Guild, what number should they call? Here it comes.
Okay, you can call me at 792-7214.
And would you fix the quilt if it were minor repair?
I
Could the quilters do it?
probably would put them in touch with someone who does that.
Who has insurance?
Yeah.
Whatever it is, okay. Well, caller, does that help you out a little bit?
Yes, it does.
What's the
Thank you
matter
so
with the
much.
quilt?
Oh, I was just asking.
Oh, okay. Well, what happens to quilts? Mice, I guess.
Wear.
They wear out.
They wear out? You mean?
They've handled and washed and, it just, over time, sometimes the stitches will pull the fabric or it will come apart.
Thank
And
you,
the seam.
caller, incidentally, and send me a stamped envelope. I'll be very happy to send you $5 off twice to the wonderful Lakeview, which also, as we pointed out, has a second restaurant now, and it's called The Docks, and it specializes in fish. And for a peanut price, you can get all the crab you can eat. They just pile more and more on. And one of the owners over there manages it, Sandy, tells me that's not true, Reed. We only give them a giant plate, and then they get a second giant plate, and then they get a third giant plate, but we will not give them a fourth because they'd be sick right in the place. They can't do it. I pointed out, well, your friend might want one, and want a second one, you could eat that. She said, oh, no sharing. And I said, where are the sharing police? You got them watching, have you? Anyway, good place, lots of food, and believe me, you would not believe the salad bar. And this is not an ad, it's just, I go there all the time.
One of the purposes of our quilt show is to raise money for our programs that we do throughout the year. We
Okay.
bring in national teachers and also local teachers. We got a couple minutes here.
Sure.
This was one of our national teachers.
Let me see that, please.
It was Carol Taylor,
Oh, my gosh. This is
and
she knows how to teach. Or quilt, it's also.
and the
you
purpose
see
of this
that,
class was to instruct us how to do the circles, and it's what they call couching. You take, and it happens to be yarn, and you just zigzag over it and just
How do you
make
do a
this-
circle with a machine?
You just use the edge of the presser foot,
You must
actually.
be
You
very,
line it up
very
in the middle
talented.
and
Look,
just...
I love the fabric with the gilt in it. And
The fabric
diamonds
is
and-
just, upholstery fabric and all kinds of things.
Boy,
And
that's beautiful.
then we did, this was another lady.
Oh, my word. These are teachers, huh?
Yes, we had no pattern for this. We just actually started with the door of one of the houses and just built the house around it. And then built the block around, and she
Right.
showed us how to do the trees. The stars are all free form. You did the same thing there. You just
Right.
sewed on the corners, and that's what we did.
Okay, you know why they build a house around a door, I might add?
No?
I found this out. I lived on Long Island for a while. Waterfronts are no longer permissible. You cannot put up a house right on the edge of the water. You gotta be back a certain distance. But if the house is already there, you can repair it.
Oh, so
You get the picture here?
leave something.
They tear everything down, but they leave the
door-
door, and technically they can repair it. So you start over around the door. Okay, lesson for everybody there who has a house on the water. We got a wonderful group here, the Quilters, and we're still open for calls. We'll take another call if we get one. And we also have a couple of more quilts to show, don't we?
Yes, we do.
Let's show a quilt here while we're waiting.
It's off. Maybe I don't.
And we'll have a little time to close up too, hopefully.
This one is flannel.
It's what?
Flannel. And the block is actually a log cabin pattern.
What is a log cabin pattern?
It has a block in the middle, and then
Yes.
it builds around it.
Oh, I see. That's what you call that, huh? Isn't that lovely?
And
Oh,
it's
my gosh.
flannel.
Wow.
And she's isolated. The center blocks are all a specific object.
Oh, they're all different, aren't they?
Yes.
Well, not every one, but there's a series of different ones. There's a moose there, I see.
They call that fussy cut.
What do they call it?
Fussy cut.
Fussy cut?
When you cut a particular element of your fabric.
Uh-huh. How about that? There's so much tricks to this. There's language that goes with this, huh?
There is.
There is a whole language going with quilting. All right, the fussy cut, for instance. Now, it must take forever to do that.
No, not really.
Most of us cut with a rotary cutter
What
that's
is
like
that?
a razor blade on a wheel.
Okay, rotary cutter, razor blade.
Like a pizza?
Yeah, like a pizza
Oh, I
cutter.
see. Okay, right.
Only it's razor blade sharp, and you can cut through up to 8 layers of fabric at one time.
Okay, how about that?
And you have acrylic rulers that you run your rotary cutter up next to.
It's a technical business.
Oh, it
You know
is.
your
There's
stuff.
always a new gadget.
Yeah, well,
That particular quilt, the center blocks were actually a panel that they were blocks, and I just cut around them. So it wasn't that hard to do those.
how long did it take you to make that? I assume you probably put in an hour or two a day on it.
Couple weeks.
Oh, no kidding, that fast?
Well, you have other things that interfere with quilt making.
Well,
Wow.
yeah, and it only
Daily
takes
life.
as long as you make it take.
Yeah, in other words, quilt makers don't just quilt all the time. They do some other things.
Some do.
Cook?
They do.
Clean?
Well, this
Clean?
happens
Oh,
to
no.
be canning season. I've been doing canning too, so that kind
And
of.
what do you can? Tomatoes, of course.
I just made a really nice salsa
So.
with, I have some new tomatoes this year, and they're yellow, and they look wonderful.
Salsa is
It's
wonderful.
really-
You know, salsa's overtaken ketchup as the world's leading condiment.
I love it. It's so spicy and it's good.
Yeah, it's wonderful. We have a couple of minutes left now. I'd really like to chat about how people could get involved with your quilting group. Now, when is it again, and when do you meet? And who would they contact if they wanted to get involved? And where would they go if they want to just march in and have the cookies?
We meet on the third Thursday of every month at 7 o'clock. And like we said, during the summer months, we meet at Noble Winery up on Hardscrabble Road out of Westfield. And the rest of the year, we meet at the Methodist Church on Route 20 in Westfield. Everyone is welcome to attend a meeting.
And the phone number, if they wanted to get in touch with someone who might be able to help them on what their quilt is worth, or how to get to the meeting, or how much it costs, or anything they wanted. What?
Well, again, let's just use my phone number and I can get them in touch with the right person. And my name is Helen Sager, and my phone number is 792-7214. My name is on all the posters that you'll find around the community telling about the quilt show, and so that'll be less confusing. if we
Okay,
just
great. So
use
if you
my-
call Helen if you want to know anything about it. And we have a couple of minutes here. I would like to know when the quilt show is. September 10th, September 11th, September 12th. This is a chance to go down and see it, to feel it, to be part of it. And I heard last year you had over 1 million visitors. It was incredible.
Oh, at least.
Yeah, because it is so exciting.
And we didn't even have a quilt show last year, so that was great.
Yeah, that was terrific for the turnout. It must have been the year before, huh? Yeah. They're at the Fireman's place Exempt Hall down on Bourne Street, which is just past the railroads. You can't miss it. And don't forget, stock in some cat food, seniors. You're going to need it at the rate that Congress is giving you your COLA. Okay, I want to give you each about 30 seconds to finish up. This is your time. You can talk about your children. You can talk about anything you want. And we'll start out with Helen.
Quilting is one of the most important things in my life. I spend a lot of hours at it. I've done it for many, many years, and I would encourage all of you, don't look at them and say, oh, I can't do that. Everyone started somewhere.
Okay, Marcia, what do you want to say?
I started as a garment maker and gradually got into the quilting by doing quilted jackets, and just have really gotten away from that now to doing full-size quilts and wall hangings. Also, at our quilt show, anybody who attends will be given a pamphlet like this, which is going to tell you a lot about our guild and who our officers are and when our meetings are.
Okay, thank you. Brenda?
Quilting has been really good for me. I've enjoyed it. There's been so many nice, wonderful people that you meet through their group when you come to our quilt guild, and it's just a really, really nice group. I enjoy the different quilts that people have made, because you just see so much amazing talent between the whole group, so it's really a good thing to do.
Okay, what are the age limits now? You take
There's no age limit. I have a granddaughter who's 9 years old, and she's already starting.
She started quilting?
Yep.
Is she a member of the guild?
No, she's not the girl. She happens to live in Ohio, but
Oh, okay.
but when she comes to visit, that's what we do. We sew.
And do you have a maximum limit? I'm at my age, and you wouldn't want me around. I know that.
We have people lots older than you are.
Oh, really? How old do they get? Are they still quilting?
How old's Marion?
Yes.
How old's Marion?
87.
We have a lady who's 87.
And she's still quilting?
And she
Oh,
does
yeah.
beautiful
Oh, yeah.
work.
Beautiful work.
There you
She does
go.
a lot of handwork.
It's a lifetime. How long? But it must take about 100 years to learn how to quilt properly. I mean, quite a while.
Oh,
Right?
no.
You can't just jump up and say, I'm a quilter.
Quilting, it does take a while to learn
get
to
the
do all
feel
your
of it.
points, but once you get into it, it becomes an obsession.
The more you do, the better that you are.
You
That's the
can't.
only way to say it. Your material, you just become, you can't go past a quilt shop without going in, and you can't just look at the fabric, you must touch it. And so it just becomes an obsession with you to have more fabric.
Well, it sounds like a wonderful obsession.
And
You get more of a snob as you go on, too.
Really?
You know,
Oh,
you start
absolutely.
with the
Cheaper
cheaper
fabric.
fabrics, and as you go along, you
and finished is better than perfect.
That's it, absolutely.
Get it done, right?
Yep.
People have about 1 million quilts half done sitting around
Oh,
somewhere.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, perfect baby gift.
Oh, perfect.
Absolutely.
Perfect baby gift.
Yes.
I've got quilts, you know, they're so utile. I've got them hanging where I don't have a door, because I heat with a wood-burning stove. So I hang a beautiful quilt there. It's gorgeous. I've got, my daughter Sarah made me 3 of them. They're gorgeous. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I just heard this sound. We're out of here. It's over. Okay, guys, I want to thank some special people. I want to thank especially my 3 guests here, Helen Sager and Marcia Wethli and Brenda Nickerson. I want to thank all those people out there. Sorry, last caller, we didn't get you. Well, we'll come on next year. They can ask. Well, they have the number. Again, give the number quickly.
792-7214.
There you go. There's your call. I want to thank Chuck Kelsey, who developed this studio. It's the largest and it's the most comprehensive and the most electronically modern and up-to-date studio in the state of New York for Access Television, believe me. And I want to thank Devin Taylor, who also was a mastermind in this project. Chris Burke, Chris Ramaker, Mort Flexer, Randy Burt. I want to thank Jeff Zook, Don Zenz, and all the people out there. Thank you for watching. Thank you for calling. And anybody out there who would like to learn about quilts, the quilt show is coming up September the 10th, 11th, and 12th. May all that is proud and true and noble abide with you. I'm Reed Powers.